You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for Monday, September 16th through Friday, September 27th. We're looking ahead at Hope finding a way to circumvent Steffy and Ridge Forrester. Absolutely stunned. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to dive in with the action starting on Monday, September 16th. As we dive into the action on Monday, September 16th, we're going to pick up where we left off on Friday the 13th, which was a very unlucky day for Hope Logan because Steffy and Ridge and Carter are dropping the bombshell that Hope for the Future is not meeting the requirements it needs to stay an active line. And Hope Ask on Friday is her line canceled. And even worse, Taylor and Finn are in the room. And on Monday, Steffy delivers what may be the kill shot. Spoilers say it is news that shocks Hope Logan. I don't know if it's finally dead or if it's, one last deadline saying at the end of this quarter. And I do wonder if Brooke is going to try and get Ridge to relent or override. He doesn't seem like he's willing to, but I have a feeling Hope isn't going to take this lying down. Meanwhile, Katie really wants Bill and their son, Will Spencer, to get along better. And of course, the whole issue with Will was the Insta family that his dad was shoving on him of Poppy and Luna the lunatic. And now that at least Luna is out of the way, Katie thinks she can smooth things out. So she's going to set up a little interlude, a little scene to try and get father and son back on good terms. Tuesday, September 17th, Steffy slaps Hope with an ultimatum that really ticks her off. I'm sure it's going to be one more stay away from my husband kind of thing, which is kind of interesting because we have an undated spoiler for the week. It's from the promo where Hope and Finn are at Il Giardino. They're not there together. Looks like Finn's picking up takeout pizza like he likes to do. And Hope says, I think it's best for both of us if we don't spend time together anymore. As if Finn has been knocking at her door and asking to spend time with her. He was furious with Hope the last time they talked about her daring to kiss him and made it very clear he doesn't want to be around her. But I am quite certain that when Steffy does give Hope this ultimatum, that she's going to have the same look on her face that she does when Brooke reminds her that they're in love and their bond is unbreakable. Hope wants to crush Steffy's marriage at this point. I think just out of spite. We'll see how it goes. Meanwhile, Brooke and Taylor have a tense conversation, and Brooke seems to think that Taylor owes her some respect. I know the fandom is divided on Team Brooke versus Team Taylor, but I don't know what grounds for this because right now Taylor has no respect for Hope and she blames what Hope did to Finn on Brooke. So I think that's going to be the issue. Wednesday, September 18th, Taylor is over at the Forrester mansion and she is happy to see Eric. Now she did see him at Steffy's Get Out of the Cage party, but she wasn't really chatting with him. And this is going to be an actual catch-up conversation between them, which should be interesting. Meanwhile, after having an annoying conversation with Taylor, Brooke marches herself over to the hospital to see Finn at his office. She tells him she doesn't trust Steffy and says that his wife is going to do something to mess up Hope's life. I really hope that Finn says, let's think about it. Hope was doing something to mess up Steffy's life when she put her face on my face and kissed me without my consent or my interest. I really, really would like to see Finn push back on Brooke, but he lets people get away with a lot because he's just such a nice guy. Thursday, September 19th, still at the Forrester mansion, Ridge and Taylor are going to have a talk. They are reminiscing about the past. And Taylor's telling Ridge he was the love of her life and always will be. And I'm hoping this is the conversation where she reveals the real reason she came back to LA. She didn't come back for him or to try to get between him and Brooke. And to some extent, she did come back to check in on Steffy and, see the grandkids and all. There's more to it, and I'm really hoping we find out before the end of the week, which wraps up on Friday, September 20th. Tom Arnold is back as Captain Deuce Stevens. He trots over to the hospital as well. He have a doctor's appointment with Finn, and they've brought back April, the lab tech, played by Jameson Belushi, for those scenes. Now, let's talk about what's coming the week of September 23rd through the 27th. So Hope is going to try to finagle her way around Steffy and her ultimatums. And I think not just on a personal level with Finn, but also at work, because the fall spoilers tell us that after Steffy drops the boom on her line, that Hope gets a new man in her life. And I really, truly hope they do mean a new man and not a recycling of something else, but it seems to have something to do with her work. And definitely Hope is going to try to get around that ultimatum and keep seeing Finn, even though she told him that they shouldn't be around each other. I don't know if she's trying to position herself as forbidden fruit or something. Ridge is stunned by what Taylor tells him, and I'm certain he's going to tell Brooke. I doubt it's a new man based on the nature of their conversation. I do worry that there's something wrong with her and she's sick or something like that. We'll see. I am very skeptical of why Brad Bell has recast Taylor Hayes, because if he really wanted her around, he wouldn't have ever fired Krista Allen. That's no diss on Rebecca Budig. I like her a lot. I just don't trust Brad Bell. All right. Will and Liam may pressure Bill to cut Poppy out of his life once and for all. I mean, I think for everybody, seeing her around is a very visceral reminder that, Poppy raised a murderess. And not only did she raise somebody who killed two people and tried to kill a third one, but the killer blamed Poppy and her crappy childhood and her always bringing random dudes home and doing drugs and just being a derelict parent on her being a psycho killer. That's not somebody Will and Liam want in their dad's life. And I do hope that, he chooses Katie. Although Katie can be annoying, still, she didn't raise any murderers, not yet. Lee and Poppy are going to get closer, but I do wonder if Lee will encourage her to fight, to stay with Bill, or encourage her just to leave the man in peace. Finn is worried about the escalating Steffy versus Hope tension, especially now that Brooke is all worked up and dropping in on him at work. Steffy feels like she has put Hope in her place, but she hasn't. This is far from over, and Brooke versus Taylor may intensify where their daughters are concerned. Those are all of our 2-week spoilers. Please let me know what you're excited to see. Definitely come back soon. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, talking bold and beautiful 7 days a week, and please subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for listening.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.